Okay, Kitty Pies, it's October 2nd, 2024, and just another quick update on the 60 bug restoration. I spent the last month, September, just doing the final sanding on this. There's a lot of sanding to get this done. I had just seemed like it was never ending, but got it done. All I need to do now is finish sanding the doors, the front fenders, and the hood, and touch up a couple areas where I burned through the primer, and I should be good to go. So I'm going to be transporting this on the cart here to the body shop I work in, and we're going to be spraying it in a spray booth. But to transport it, I really wanted to keep it held down pretty good. So what I did here tonight, spent a couple hours, I made these brackets, and I bolted them right to the car. The shock tower area there, and I welded it right to the cart, so I can unbolt it here and lift the body off if I have to. So did those in the back here like that, and then in the front I made these brackets here, and these two bolts here, I bolted it right to the heat channel there. And the reason why I did that is because when I get it to the body shop, what I want to do is I want to unbolt it here, and these mounts that I made, just lift it up a little bit and pull these blocks of wood out, the wood that's sitting on. I want to pull those out, put it back down on here, bolt it down. That way it's held down in the four areas, right there in the front, right there in the rear shock area there. Same thing on the other side there, you see. And the reason why I did that is because if anybody knows these cars, they're really kind of tricky to paint, because you have to paint up under here, you have to paint up in the engine compartment area, you have to paint in here, the dash, the interior, okay? And then also, at the same time, you got to paint here and here, and also up under the front firewall kick panel area and up under the front here. So it's really hard to do that. It's not easy, especially when you're spraying up in these corners here, up under that dash. So I'm probably gonna break it up, paint this top front under here. I'm probably gonna paint the interior and the back of that engine compartment before, and then tape everything up, and then paint just the body itself on the outside. And the reason why I put these on here is because I wanted to get paint up under here, because Volkswagen paints right here. They paint these here, the underneath here. These get painted. They look good when they're painted, the color of the body sitting on that pan. And in order to do that, if I had these blocks sitting here, I wouldn't be able to get paint up here. So once I pull them blocks out, full access to the car will be sprayable. The only areas that won't be sprayable are the bottom of this shock tower here and the front area here on this heat channel. It'll just be that small little area. And I could always, after later on, put these back in here, lift it up, and touch that up if I have to. So I could spray, get color on everything without breaking some lines and things like that. And that's why I did that. Plus, when I transport it, it holds the car nice and solid on the cart. That way, if you strap it down, you have a chance of it moving. So I thought about this for a long time, how I'm going to paint this, and it's tricky. So in order to get a good paint job, you really need to think about these. You could paint these, and if you're a really good painter, the only reason I'm breaking it up is because I'd have to step over this every time to get in here, and that would be a pain. So I just want to be in the interior one time, spray it. I'll have to get a ladder to get up in and out of there to spray that. So it's kind of a tricky. You got to think of these things ahead of time. So I'll be another probably week to 2 weeks before I get paint on this. This is the October 2nd. I kind of want to, like the third weekend in October, I kind of want to get the paint on this. Now I'm going with Spies Hecker Waterborne, and it's called an 8700 clear. Now that clear, it's gonna, if I use 2 gallons of it, that's gonna be not that cheap. It's about $600, $650 a gallon with the activator. I want to use a really good clear. Now the painter that's going to do this, he told me he's going to spray it, and then we're going to do these areas here, the trunk, the interior, and everything first, and then we're going to spray the outside. And when I spray the outside, I'm going to spray the inner wheel wells. I'm not going to break it off. I'm going to make this all one continuous spray. We're going to put the base coat down, and then we're going to put a quick 1 double layer of clear on it. Let it sit overnight. We're not going to bake it. We're going to let it dry overnight. We're going to come in the next day. We're going to knock it down with 800 grit. And then we're going to put another 2 layers of clear over top of that the next day. So it'll be a 3-day paint job probably. It'll be Friday night painting the interior trunk area. Saturday we'll be painting the color clear, letting that sit overnight, and then coming in Sunday morning, knocking all the clear down on the outsides here and double clearing it again. The reason why I'm double clearing it the second day is because it gives it it just lays out really smooth, and it'll give a really, really deep gloss to it, really deep luster to that shine. So, and it'll help from dying back. I don't want to use a sealer on this. That's why I'm trying to see any areas where I broke through. Now, I know I broke through like right here. You can see very faintly I broke through here. I broke through right here and right here. So I'm going to have to dust this one line right here, not sand that down. I broke through in one area in the roof, and one area on this drip rail I broke through. So I'm going to have to just lightly coat that and things like that. I'm going to do a final check for pinholes, any scratches. I got all the dents out that I could see. So I even had a small dent here. You could see I busted through there. I had to, the other night, I fixed that dent in the heater channel there. So when I opened the door, I want it to look really good. I want all my jams to look just as good as they do on the outside of the body. Now the other day I noticed from adjusting these, I must have put a dent in here, and from the factory they had a air pocket in here, so I gotta address this area here too. So I wanted to make my door inside the doors here look really good. I detailed all that out, fixed any minor dings and dents, so should look good. So I didn't lose a lot of sleep, but I thought about it for a couple months how I'm going to paint this, and I thought this would be the best way to do it. Actually, the best way would be to bolt this down on a rotisserie, roll it upside, and do that. But later on, when I start restoring these, I'm going to make a rotisserie and do that. But for now, this is the best way I'm going to do it. So, okay, Kitty Pies, just another update, and hopefully by the November, we can see this thing finally in color, and I can start on that pan. Okay, bye.